Abby, great idea, great idea. Do a clickbait thumbnail that has no relation whatsoever to the actual video and then annoy everyone that clicks on it and figures out it's clickbait. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abby. To do the headband or not to do the headband? See, this is why I don't have time for social media, because I'm too busy trying to decide how to do my hair. And then I always just do a bun. Restarting this video. Hi, my name is Abby, welcome to my channel. I normally do flying videos, but I also like to do vlogs and a lot of other different types of videos. And I wanted to do my month without social media because I've been seeing it going around YouTube and I thought it was a great idea when I first saw it. First of all, you guys know that I'm trying to get my private pilot this summer, so that's a deadline. I absolutely have to get it because of insurance expiring on the aircraft that I'm renting and because of me transferring to the school and certain things that are happening that the deadline has to be. I don't have a full year to get my private pilot. I have to get it this July, like sometime this July. So that's a deadline. I'm also planning my solo cross country and my dual cross country flights right now, and you saw that because I just uploaded a video on it last week. And then the second reason that I really wanted to try going without social media was I dropped my phone at the gym. Now it looks like that. That kind of decided it. I had a couple reasons for wanting to do the challenge. So it wasn't just because my phone dropped, and it wasn't just because I want to get my private pilot and I have the cross-country flights coming up and I'm pretty busy. I have a pretty good relationship with social media. I've set a rule for myself for the past 2 or 3 years where I try to only check it once a day, and sometimes I'm really strict with that and some days I'm not as strict with that. Why should I waste an hour of my day or half an hour of my day or an hour and a half of my day checking my social media feed for Instagram and Snapchat? Because it takes a while. It takes a while to go through all of it. Y'all know this already. You don't need me to explain it. It takes a while to go through all of that and check it when I don't really want to. I want to keep up with my friends and I want to know what everybody is doing, but it takes so much time to go through your social media accounts. Why should you care? Because if you don't actually keep up with them enough to know, then that means you're not really close enough friends. Because if you think about it in the past, because back in the day, you wouldn't know that Shayla had her baby unless your bunica called their bunica and told them on the phone, or if you talked to them in person, you wouldn't know what was going on in their life. So it's weird because now we know what's going on in like 400 people's lives, and it's not like you're best friends with all of them. It's kind of like knowing 400 strangers' lives and what's going on in them, which is a thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just kind of weird. It's weird, and maybe it's kind of scary because now, you know, everybody has 1,000 friends that they check their story every day, but that takes so much time. So that was the first really big draw that I noticed. It was awesome to be off social media for a whole month and to realize how much time I had to do stuff. I knew that was going to happen. It was really cool because I had time to go to the gym, I had time to do more flight planning, I had time to talk to people in person, less, you know, looking at their Snapchat story, but actually talking to them in person or calling them on the phone. One thing to remember is every time you do a fast, whether it's from food, it's for spiritual reasons, you're doing, I heard of something like a negativity fast where you fast away from negative thoughts, but there's a lot of different types of fasts that you can do, basically a fast for anything. And anytime you do it, you realize that you get a lot of time because not doing that thing that you're fasting away from, you suddenly have all this time. If I was in a hospital bed or if I was 80, maybe I would have more time to be on YouTube and I wouldn't really care, but I want to be using my time to further my future and to study and to sleep. Have fun when I can, not to be checking my Snapchat. Okay, and the second point is a really big one that also everybody knows. Everybody knows that when you get rid of your social media, you're probably gonna have more time on your hands. And also everybody knows that you're gonna get rid of jealousy and comparison and all these things. And it's different. It's really hard to do both. Be super happy for them, but not let any jealousy come in. And when you get rid of social media, that jealousy and everything just leaves because you're not visually seeing it. And that makes me think of the Bible verse, whatever is true, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, dwell upon these things. And that verse came to mind too when I did this social media fast, because visually what you see, you might think that it doesn't influence you, but TV shows and music and pictures and media and all of this does influence you. So you can see social media and think that it's not influencing you, but it can be, and you just don't realize it fully. Normally people post their biggest moments and their biggest successes on Instagram. And when I got rid of social media, you don't know what people are doing. Actually, so awesome. It's so awesome because there's nothing to worry about. It's like, I don't know that. I'm not on Snapchat or Instagram. I'm not seeing what people are doing every day. I have no idea what you're doing. It's a little bit weird because I was recently with my church this weekend at a convention in Cali in Sacramento, and people were engaged, like it was more than one person. It was like 3 people were engaged, and I did not know these girls were engaged because I haven't been on Instagram for a month, and that's where they posted about it first. And I had no idea. That's a little bit weird. That is a little bit weird. And then it's even weirder if someone's like pregnant and you didn't know because they posted on Instagram and you didn't know. So you're like, oh, hey, oh, hello to the 2 of you. Just play it off and let the awkwardness roll on. It's
just not, it's not really that big of a deal because that's how it was before social media was even a thing.
No jealousy anymore, and there's no comparison because you can't compare yourself when you don't know what other people are doing. And because of that, you work more on your own goals and you kind of just put your head down and work and get stuff done. And it's really cool too, because then when people talk to you, you have stuff to tell them about because they don't know what you've been up to. You haven't been on social media. Number 3 is character development. You develop your character more and your sense of reality and your sense of perspective, because this is twofold. You're spending more time maybe alone with yourself, and you're not checking social media on every spare second that you have alone. You're just not pulling up Instagram and going through it. So you develop your character more. And for me, it was because I spent more time with God. I was able to have longer prayer times and longer Bible study because my day is longer just because that chunk of social media is taken out. Hanging out and living life. Your life and doing your everyday thing. Is your life boring? Is it successful? Are you being super, super awesome? You don't really know because there's nothing to compare to. You don't see anyone else's milestones, so you just don't have anything to compare to, and that shifts your sense of perspective and your sense of reality and your sense of success too, because you're not seeing anything, you're not being fed with anything, you're not influencing your mind with anything. And it also gives your mind less to worry about. I was gonna add that. There's just less of, it's pretty stupid, but I was starting to dread checking my social media, which is so pathetic, when I want to practice guitar, but I'm like, oh, I haven't checked my Instagram for the day. I need to know what people are up to. It's like, yeah, I want to support my friends, but at the same time, there's a time to develop your own goals and then support people and their goals too. It's so overwhelming because it's always going to be more crap. Like BuzzFeed and everything on Snapchat, there's always going to be more garbage there. There's always more to see. You pull it down and refresh it. But in social media, man, everybody knows what you're up to all the time. I literally post videos about what I'm doing, and people that, I mean, all my dad's coworkers know where I am, exactly where I am in my flight training because of it, which is part of why I post videos. But also it's kind of weird because anyone knows what you're up to. So there's something that's so refreshing about going off social media and nobody knows what you're up to. And I love social media. I think it is so great, and I've met so many awesome people on it, and I love YouTube, and I do really like Instagram and Instagram stories. I love looking back on my Instagram stories and having those memories, but I think going a whole month without social media was so calming and I got a lot done. I would really recommend that you do it, or at least think about doing it. I guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you think about doing a social media cleanse, and if you have any other experiments that you want me to try or anything like that, or just any thoughts, leave them down in the comments below. Bye, hope you guys have a good one. They're thriving, they're alive, and they're surviving. That is just the devil. Know what they're up to, and they're really low-key and undercover in CIA. But I didn't really watch videos every day. I watched maybe 1 or 2 videos a day. Some days I didn't at all. A couple years ago, 5 years ago, when I didn't have my phone, nobody knew what I was up to, and I felt like the biggest loser. And then now when nobody knows what I'm up to, I feel like I won the sneaky award. Char almost tipped over on me there.